Quick little reminder, if you guys didn't see the full title of the video, this is part 2 of a collab that I did with Elena. If you want to watch part 1, that's farther back on my channel, like 2 videos down, I think. Part 2 just might make a little bit more sense if you already watched part 1. Otherwise, if you don't care, enjoy.
What's something non-sexual that turns you on?
Is it bad that the first word that comes to mind is everything? It's literally everything. She'll like pick up a box and I'm like,
Pick me up.
yeah, she's like vacuuming and I'm like, oh my god, that's like so hot the way she vacuums. Like it's literally.
So you just like it when she keeps the house clean?
No, I just like it when she's around.
What's your love language?
Physical touch and gifts.
Gotcha.
What about you?
Love that. Physical touch, quality time. So, you know, long distance relationship is perfect for me.
Oh no, how are you?
Hell yeah.
How are you doing? Would you hypothetically do that, considering you're so single and not doing that?
Be in a long distance relationship?
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, I would not be able to masturbate because I would start crying every time.
Mac!
No, you have to laugh.
Oh, sorry.
Otherwise it'll be like sad.
Oh, good. Whoa. That's pretty funny for you in your life. Hypothetically hilarious.
Hypothetically, I would never ever wish upon my worst enemy. I have insomnia. I can't do that. It's bad. It's like I need to figure it out or something. And like I'm in the process of switching therapists right now, so I'm just like antsy as fuck. I'll figure it out. When I figure it out, I'll let you know. Wait, I just admitted to being in. If I wasn't
hypothetically.
But good thing I don't have to deal with any of that.
Yeah, good thing it's not your reality.
I'm gonna cry after I film this video. Something non-sexual that turns me on would be.
I literally would say it's like lifting up heavy things. You know how it is. Like I love a good forearm, right? So like when you can like see her like arms, and I'm like I die. Wearing shorts. You're wearing shorts? Objectified.
If I hypothetically was talking to someone and she. This is such a bad plot line.
I love it.
Whatever, fuck it. She does this thing with her necklace where she like plays with it in her mouth. Does that make sense? Like while we're talking?
Okay.
But in a way where she's not like actively trying to draw my attention to it. It's just something she does.
It's like a fidget. Like she's fidgeting.
Oh my god. But she's not doing it on purpose, so I'm like, I can't tell her that I'm so turned on from that right now because this is not the time. Like, stop doing that.
When she makes other people laugh, like when you're out with like friends or you're like out doing some activity or something and you see that person being playful with other people, that like playfulness
being enjoyed by others.
Oh, I'm just like, oh my god.
When your friends bring them up to you without you asking them about her and they like say something I'm like, we are that meme right now that's like when women and then just like nothing.
Don't you love when women?
We are literally the recreation of that meme in human form.
It's real. I don't know about you're so single, I know, but like,
so are you, I know.
When she does something different with her hair. You know how everyone has kind of like their standard hairstyle? So whether that's like, you always get like the women who it's either always up or always down. When you get to see the opposite.
No, I'm with you on that one. And I know that's hers as well because every time I get out of the shower, she's like, send me a picture of you out of the shower, like with your hair slicked back.
Who's doing that?
If girl was real, girl would like
hurt to caveman.
I don't know. I think we could literally do an entire video honestly titled "When Women."
Yes.
Okay, this person wants to know: do you like stereotypes? And I'm gonna assume that they're referring to queer stereotypes.
I feel like that's such an obvious like yes and no. Like obviously no, I don't like stereotypes as in like stereotypes that contribute to bi erasure, stereotypes that contribute to homophobia, transphobia, any of those things. No, get rid of them. Like you said in my video, like the stereotype of queers being handy. That's fun. Like what a fun stereotype. I like stereotypes that allow you to lean into parts of your personality or identity that maybe you hadn't explored before, but because it's like a stereotype, almost like dressing more masculine. Like when I came out, I started dressing more masculine in a way that I hadn't allowed myself to before, but now it was almost like, oh, well, this is allowed because I'm a lesbian. So in that way, stereotypes can be kind of fun.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I think from my experience, it's kind of the same thing about what we talked about on your channel, like with labels and that kind of thing. Like if it's something that kind of makes you feel free and joined to your community. Like I think stereotypes are a great way to connect with your community. If we look at my TikTok account as an example of that, like I play into a lot of stereotypes. Like I make it into a joke, I make it into a thing, and the video goes viral. Why? Because it's a way for the queer community to connect.
Oh yeah, okay.
As soon as that becomes something that feels like it's trapping you, like if you're like, I have to be this way, you don't have to be that way. And you are just as much a part of the community if you are not that way. It is funny to see these common themes that can connect people in the community because there's just like similar interests for whatever reason. It's fun. Try not to take it too seriously. If it feels like something that harms you or your identity, you don't have to subscribe to it.
Yes.
You are just as queer if you don't fit queer stereotypes.
I also want to say that I feel like stereotypes can sometimes help us celebrate parts of ourselves that we maybe otherwise would have disliked. So for example, my hands. Like I've always had very, I know it's like haha funny joke, she's talking about her hands again, but like, or like whatever. You can go back on my channel, like I have years of me talking about how much I hate my hands. I always hated them growing up because they're very vascular. Like I have a very veiny hands. I find them quite masculine. And like growing up, I hated that. And I would like try to paint my nails. I would get gels. I had fake nails for a bit, like trying to kind of feminize my hands because I felt like they were masculine. And I was like ashamed of them. Like I would literally think about like my wedding day and I would picture like how brides put those like, you do a picture of your hand with your like wedding ring on it and I would be like already worried about that picture because I like hated my hands so much. As like an openly proud gay woman, I love my masculine hands. I feel capable, I feel strong, I feel sexy, like, and that's like a stereotype, right? But it's because it's something that's celebrated within the queer community, it's allowed me to celebrate that feature on myself that I used to hate.
I did not even think about it in that aspect.
Do you have any like that?
Well, oh my gosh, now that I think about it, okay, so like when I was younger, I have literally never, I love you. You make me think so much, like honestly, okay. Don't ship it though.
Mac, I love you too. Like a friend.
You do? Wait, you've never said that to me before.
I know, it takes me a bit longer.
Okay.
We don't have to make it a thing.
Yeah, no, it's not a thing. It's totally fine. So anyway.
It goes back to what you were saying about like, these are commonalities that also bring us together.
This person wants to know if you do casual hookups or you only look for relationships and why. Dirty details. Digit day, baby.
Every day is digit day. Like, I love casual, whatever, that's all good. It's lots of fun. Like in the end, the thing that I wanted is like is a relationship.
I never really had like casual hookup time. I never had my hoe phase.
Right, that's what we talked about that last time.
I just think I like having that emotional thing there before anything physical. That's just the way I be.
Mac, maybe you're demisexual. Have you ever looked that up?
No, I haven't.
Maybe give it a Google.
But oh my god, every time I do a video with you.
Well, okay, but that's actually a good way to put it, like the way you kind of just laid that out like in a time frame. In terms of a timeline, after my last relationship, when we broke up, like I went out and had my hoe phase.
Good for you.
I had it, loved it, had a great time.
Congrats, mommy.
Thank you so much, child.
Why do all lesbians climb? Should I get into climbing? Is it the only way?
Okay, why do all lesbians climb? It's a sport that requires finger, forearm, arm strength, hip flexibility, problem solving, short fingernails.
The only thing that could make climbing better for lesbians is if we used our tongues.
It just checks all the boxes. And also it's fun. Do all lesbians climb? Like, not all of them, but a lot. So go start climbing, you're gonna meet some other lesbians. Guaranteed.
That is a great fucking point. When we're like old and stuff and we don't have anything to do, we should open a queer climbing gym where we sell dental dams that work.
We should do that now.
Which one of us has more game?
I don't think either of us could know that about the, like, how would we know?
I don't think we could.
I haven't seen you have game and you haven't seen me. How would we know who has more game?
No, this would be a YouTube video in itself, and like, if we were hypothetically in relationships, then hypothetically we couldn't do that, so.
Right, like that's hypothetically.
I guess you'll never know. Like, hypothetically, you'll never know. Which is more common, mommy issues or daddy issues?
I don't know.
Get you a girl that can do both. I feel like daddy issues are more common, or at least more talked about.
Well, yeah, more talked about, because again, this is, I don't remember which video we were talking about this, but like, again, it's the same, having daddy issues, another example of the blame being put in the wrong spot. Like it's one that actually irks me quite a lot, because it's like, you hear a lot of like, oh, like she has daddy issues because her dad left, or because her dad was a whatever, useless. So she has daddy issues, as if like she's somehow the bad guy, when it's like, why are we not talking about the shitty dad?
Right, like he treated his daughter poorly. Public relationship on social media, pros and cons. We both had, so your last relationship was,
it was
kind of public.
We made content together and we were together, but weren't saying that we were together. It wasn't officially public until we had already broken up. Pro is like, it's so fun, like when it's good. Like when the relationship is good, it's so fun because you get to share these like fun moments with your audience, and like having a whole group of people being excited about something you're also excited about. Pro. Con is just like, obviously when you break up, all of that content lives on.
From like a business perspective, it's really good for views. Like,
oh yeah, that too.
When I was making like TikToks with my ex-girlfriend, we weren't a couples channel by any means, but like a lot of those blew up because people just, it's especially big with queer people because people want queer media and they don't have it.
When people love.
Of course, it's wonderful. I love watching couples, like it's cute. Who wouldn't want to? So that's definitely a pro. Honestly, that was probably like one of the only pros that came out of that for me, because we just weren't in a spot where we should have been making content together. Cons, the comments were, I think my ex struggled a lot with a lot of the comments that were said. Not that anyone was saying bad things about her, but more that they were saying like very good things about me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which, it was my page, so like I understand, but you know, people can be very disrespectful, and it doesn't really matter what you say. If you're putting your life out there, people are gonna say stuff. So that can cause arguments, which sucks. That's probably the biggest con for me. And then of course, like breaking up, like everybody assumes the worst and someone's awful, someone's on a pedestal, which in reality, they're just people. Like, it's just a normal breakup.
I would guess also that a con, when you're in a public relationship and making content, that like the line between personal life and online life would get really blurred, of like, what are we doing for us and what are we doing for content?
What were our first impressions of each other?
Again, that feels like a kind of obvious answer. I feel like my first impression of you was like the exact same impression I have now. You're very personable, you're funny, you're
Thank you.
Like easy to be around. Digitally, obviously, is the only thing. I don't know. I think you're great. I thought you were great when I first met you, and I think you're great now.
Yeah, agree 100%. You're funny. You like always make me think a lot deeper about things, which was something I noticed in the first video. Like you would say something and I'd be like, I've literally never thought about that.
Oh my God.
You're very well spoken and you're very well educated. Like genuinely a really enriching person to talk to.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm done. We're not helping the ship.
No, I don't think that's like a fair. You've said 2 things to me now in the last couple of hours that are like 2 of the nicest things I feel like that someone has said. Telling me that I'm an enriching person to be around, that's like the nicest compliment. Like, what a beautiful word. And then when you said,
I like that word. Yeah, it's a good word.
When you said something about you lost your train of thought, and then you said something about, sorry, I'm distracted by how in love with you I am. Like that line to have, like, I know that you're joking, but like when I think about it in real life, to like have somebody be distracted by how much they love you, like how nice.
So if you're wondering who has more game, it's me.
Sure.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys want to check out Elena's video, make sure you go look in the description. I will be tagging it in there. Also check out her Instagram. And yeah, we will definitely be collabing again together, so you will see more of us. But
hopefully in person.
Hopefully you enjoyed this collab. Yeah, we really want to do something with Ashley, but it'll happen. It's gonna happen for sure. We want to do in-person content.
Yes.
So look out for that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Bye.